Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Coach, welcome. And if you would, give us your general thoughts about the upcoming season.
Well, just really excited, for us at Eastern Kentucky, we were 5-6 last year, so, we've been itching to get started for, probably since the last game against Jacksonville State. And feel like our guys, really had a sense of urgency about them, from winter conditioning to spring ball through, right now this off season here in the summer, and feel good about our football team. And I think, two of the most critical things in college football is to have a guy that you feel good about at the quarterback position and know who he is going into your season, and be solid defensively. And I feel like we've got both those this year. Last year was a big question mark. Who was the quarterback going to be? Is T.J. Pryor, this redshirt freshman kid, going to be for real or not? Is it going to be Cody Watts? Is it going to be somebody else? And answered those questions last year. And going the season, we know, T.J. Pryor is going to be our guy at quarterback, and we've got about 7 or 8 starters back on defense.
Great. You mentioned T.J. Pryor. Can you talk about his freshman season last year and what you expect from him this year?
Freshman season was, really, there's so many times in this game where you think, boy, this guy's really going to be a player, and then he gets out there and he's really not, or, vice versa. And T.J. kind of followed the script that we thought. We in our scrimmages and stuff, we thought, man, this kid's really good, but, how's he going to be out there in, live bullets? We thought, well, I think he's going to be all right. Well, he was. We got out there and played against Indiana, BCS conference school, in the opener, and he was good. And then when he got his first collegiate start against Eastern Illinois, he was good. But your concern of a freshman, having the reins at quarterback, came out to be true too. Really make some big mistakes. Does he have a total handle on the offense yet, and make the wrong audibles, those kind of things. We had that up and down, type, especially end of the year, which is kind of predictable for young guys. Young guys kind of run out of gas and all that at the end of the year. They're used to a high school season. They should be, shooting free throws and doing jingle jangles, end of October, first part of November. So, we're concerned about that, with them, and that kind of happened. So really the first year kind of almost scripted like you would think. And we're hoping now that he's got that whole first season under his belt, and with the kind of kid he is and his demeanor and his work ethic and how our guys feel about him, we're just excited to get started with season 2 under T.J. Pryor.
What do you most like about this year's team?
I like the leadership. I really feel like it's been a process, not an event. But I really like our seniors this year. And in particular, a few guys, Jordan Dalrymple, Andrew Susi, who you're going to hear from later here. Some of those guys that have really stepped forward when the coaches are out of the way, because we can't do anything with the kids, and getting the guys, going workouts and those type of things.
You're a defensive-minded guy. You have 8 defensive starters this season returning. And what do you think? What do you expect from the defensive unit this year?
Well, I think the big thing is not that I'm a defensive-minded guy. It's that we got 8 guys back. I was a defensive-minded guy at Wake in 03 and 04 and didn't have winning seasons, in 05 and didn't have winning seasons. And as a defensive-minded guy in 06, we had a lot of players, and we went to the Orange Bowl. So the key there is the 8, not that I'm a defensive-minded guy. And I like our 8 guys, that are back, and there's really more, because there's some guys that got some playing time, that actually are guys that are going to step right in and be starters for us.
Very good. What are your general impressions of the OVC race this year?
I think people got it right, coming down here for the media day and the predictions. I think people got it right when they're picking Eastern Illinois and Jacksonville State 1 and 2. I think those are the 2 teams really that are kind of have separated themselves from everybody else, so to speak. And I think there's a lot of, we're fortunate to be 5 and 6 and pick 3rd, really. But I think there's a lot of people that legitimately could be in that 3 hole. The guys that could possibly challenge, the big 2 there in Jacksonville State and Eastern Illinois. Tennessee Tech is I thought, one of the best young teams 2 years ago when we played them down there. Now all those kids are juniors. UT Martin keeps, rearing its ugly head every year in the race and being in the top half. Tennessee State under, Coach Ron Reed's direction, I think their upside is incredible. So I just think there's a lot of teams out there that could really be in the same same spot we're in, that 3-hole, looking over, saying, watch out, boys, here we come. I think it's going to be an interesting race this year.
Very good. Tell us a little bit about your schedule and how it plays out for your team.
We got really a strange deal this year with our schedule. We don't play a home game till October. We actually took a spring scrimmage and went on the road just to get our guys used to being on the road, because that's going to be us. We get there and we play Missouri State, the tough Gateway Conference. They're in there with Southern Illinois and Northern Iowa and Youngstown State. We play them on the road in week 1. Then we play a BCS conference school, University of Louisville, just right up the road in week 2. And then week 3 we go down a tough Southern Conference opponent, UT Chattanooga, with a new coach. They got the coach from Richmond, who's unbelievable, their program, how it's going right now. Their defensive coordinator went down there a year ago, and he's doing a great job. And I can see, they were a 5-6 team that's much improved out of that conference in week 3. And then we're open and have Kentucky State, and then we get into conference play.